Guys, welcome to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. I'm Andy, your host, and we've got some interesting news coming out of Spurs today. We've got reports surrounding Spurs and basically signing their fourth player of the summer in Martin Dubravka. But we do have updates on Mateus Fernandes, the West Ham midfielder, which is what I am going to start with. So a few hours ago, it's come out a few different sources. So I'll run through them. Nicola Shearer, first one, and it was an exclusive. Spurs are pushing to sign Mateus Fernandes, who has given his availability for a deal until 2031 with an option for another year till 2032. Tottenham are now in talks with West Ham to try and close a deal, overtaking Manchester United. Now that's fascinating, right? Overtaking the Manchester United and Spurs having opened up, English, open up talks with West Ham. I mean, Mike Keegan saying that Spurs have surprised Manchester United with their aggressive approach for Fernandes, but also the rest of the league are somewhat perplexed and surprised by Spurs with their aggression in this window. He also said that Spurs have offered what Manchester United would deem the higher end of what they'd be happy to pay for Mateus Fernandes. There's a belief that you might still want to play for Manchester United, but it tends to be you'll go where you're going to get paid the most. I mean, that's pretty obvious, you know. There was also one more from the source saying that Spurs spoke with West Ham yesterday and Fernandes' agents. Spurs have proposed a stronger deal than what United have as it stands. Personal terms aren't a problem. Players open to both sides. Now, that is, for me, fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. You know, we're talking about a player who, well, I mean, David Ornstein, what was it, only a few days ago, saying that Spurs have sort of, they're looking into the deal, if you know what I mean, to be a place where we sat there and thought, well, and by the way, I need people to understand this because I think some people get annoyed that they think I'm making up news stories and all I'm doing is reporting and commenting on reports. Don't take it too personally. Don't take it too deep. My football knowledge, poor. All right? But on Fernandes, you know, to think that we have this, you know, conversation surrounding what David Ornstein said and, you know, Spurs interested in Fernandes, and I still thought at that time, no, this is Manchester United written all over it. They'll get him done, you know, X, Y, Z. And then, you know, the deal sort of goes on and on and on. And this is kind of how I feel a little bit around Tonali and how the deal goes on and on with Tonali. And the longer it goes on, the more you're thinking, are we going to get this deal done? Is this going to be, are we getting Tonali? And now I'm looking at it in a different way with Fernandes of, well, Manchester United haven't been able to get the deal done. We're looking at Manchester United going, that why haven't you got the deal done? Apologies if you can hear children absolutely bellowing with anger outside there. All right, they're very loud. I can hear them. But it's also that kind of weird thing of, why isn't the deal gotten done? Spurs now taking these steps and these leaps through this deal to get ahead. And sitting here, you say, yeah, Spurs probably are ahead. Now, that can change, absolutely. But you've got Manchester United fans that are worried about it. You've got Manchester United fans going, for the first time probably, I don't think we're going to get him. Spurs, I mean, even West Ham fans are sitting there going, we can't sit here and say, oh, we wouldn't want to sell to Spurs. I think West Ham are looking at it going, do you know what? Cash in, get the money. It's big money. And if the payment terms and details are beneficial to Spurs, do it, you know? But there you go. Let's talk to Dubravka. Because Paul O'Keefe has said that talks have progressed on the Dubravka deal, which we have spoken about, and it's expected to be completed soon. Alistair Gold saying that understand Spurs are in advanced talks to sign Martin Dubravka on a free transfer. So there you go. Dubravka looks like he's going to be the fourth signing. And do you know what? Yes, I sat there and thought, do you know what? Of all the people I wanted was probably Kyle Darlow, if you're a bit more northern. I don't hate this deal. He started week in, week out. Yes, for Burnley last year. And I mean, Burnley conceded, 75 goals. He pretty much started every game. I think he missed all but three. I think it was all but three. He played in 35 games last year. But good experience for a team that is, there is a young team. They do have some Premier League experience. I'm not saying they don't, but they're a bit younger, this team. Obviously, that's why Robertson coming in, I think, is a good thing because, again, he brings experience, he brings leadership. Senesi, a little bit older. You think of Van Hecke, mid-20s. You think looking at Tonali, mid-20s. There is young players in that squad, though. You think of your Tell, your Odebears, your Simmons. So bringing in a bit of experience does not hurt. And again, Spurs could do with some experience in the goalkeeping department. I still think they'll move Vicario on, and I think Dubravka will be the number 2. Kinski will be your number 1. So fair play to Kinski for turning from what was Atletico Madrid chaos shite show to Spurs number 1, because the back end of his season, he was mega. Absolutely mega, and he deserves all the plaudits in the world for how he played sort of under Zerbi, because he was brilliant. I think having that experience behind him, world of good. An absolute world of good. Dubravka's got plenty of Premier League experience. You think he was a keeper at Newcastle. I think he was on loan at Manchester United at one point, which is a bit of a weird one. Obviously, he's played a lot of football last season for Burnley. You still got Brandon Austin. I think the goalkeeper room is actually not that bad, and I think a bit of experience could do us a world of good in that situation. So anyway, let me know your thoughts down below on the Mateus Fernandes updates, as well as Martin Dubravka basically being the 4th signing. I'll speak to you all very soon. Take care. Peace.